Solopreneurs need to manage their budgets differently. I learned this becoming a solopreneur, leaving my job as an investment banker in London. And it's been a long journey to really figure out how to make this solopreneurship profitable. It's not like being an entrepreneur where you have people working for you, where you have structures in place, but you are starting out normally. So it is a whole new world. And you're not in a corporate structure where you're earning a paycheck that lasts you every month and that comes in at the same date and that you can predict with. As solopreneurs, there's different volatilities you need to deal with. There's different things you need to know about being a solopreneur. And in this video, I'm going to go through a few of these things that I think are important as a solopreneur that you're aware of and that you can mitigate some risks and circumstances that are unnecessary for you to face. The first one is knowing that as a solopreneur, you will face volatility. You are not going to be making the same income every single month. Month by month, it might be different, especially when you're starting out. So I always say to solopreneurs, number one, have a liquidity fund. This can be a backup fund or something where you have money in there that can help you through the months where you have less cash flow. I talk about the money that keeps you alive in your business. I look at it as water in the system. It's like watering the plants. If there's not enough water, it's not pumping through, or blood in our body. We need that to circulate. And it is the same that money does as a job in your financials of your business. As a solopreneur in your life, as anything. And if that runs dry in your business, it means you can't pay suppliers, it means you can't keep going with certain things. And it's so important to have a fund that wipes out these volatilities in the beginning until you know the rhythms of each month, what is coming in, what's going out. And annually, you might have different patterns. For example, at Christmas, you might have more work than you have in the middle of the year during the summer, or vice versa. These patterns you will only determine when you have been in the business for a while as a solopreneur. And so the first thing is to really predict for these volatilities and really make sure that you're set up to face these. Otherwise, you can find yourself having to close down your business quite soon thereafter. Another thing that I really love to tell solopreneurs is not to put all the pressure onto the business in the beginning. Yes, you might be able to do it and you might be able to kick it off straight away, but that's not the most common narrative. It's like you're trying things out. You're trying to figure out the way, who you are, what you want to offer. Your offerings might change, and this might be any part of that journey that you're trying to see who you truly are in that. It's like a baby starting to walk. You stand up, you fall over, you walk, you stand up, you fall over, and you keep going. We think we should hit it at the first shot. And so it's super important as a solopreneur to know this and to back yourself up. So if you're starting out and thinking that you have to make all of your living from that, yes, you might succeed and the pressure might push you through, but you might also feel too much pressure and need to rely on your clients. And this for me is the key. When you need to rely on your clients and they can feel you needing them, you're coming from the wrong energy space of grabbing them versus letting them come to you. You're coming from a space of neediness versus you offering your gifts in the world. And so I think it's key for you to know what space you're coming from, how you're engaging with your clients to wipe out this volatility, but also to level out your work as you start out as a solopreneur. And so what I would say is key is either knowing that you can make it straight away, having a clear plan and having the financials right, or having some backup. If that's a backup fund to support you as you're starting out on your journey, or if that's a side job or something that alleviates the pressure of you putting all of your eggs in one basket and needing to make money from your clients. It's a completely different energy from showing up in service, wanting to help the world, and that being a consequence of it versus trying to grab clients here and there and sending around the wrong message. So if any of this is interesting to you, I've got a checklist that's free for solopreneurs to reach financial peace of mind below. And you can subscribe to that and really go on this journey to put your solopreneurship finances into the right order and to really do the inner and outer work. For me, it's about the inner and the outer. So we've looked at volatility, we've looked at not putting too much pressure on your solopreneur business. And the other one as a solopreneur, I think that is key number 3, is really separating your personal life from your business life. And this is a mistake I've done. I mixed it all together. I had my business with my personal things all in one jumble, and I couldn't figure out, okay, what expenses were really coming from my life and what expenses were business expenses that I needed to do, that I could cut back on, that I could check out tools, tech stacks, and all the other things that come along that journey. And so what is key, that a lot of it might be running through one company, a lot of it might be you because you are the brand and as well living your personal life. But it's really important to have two separate budgets. One for your financial of the company, where you know exactly what's going on in your business, and one for your financials, so that you know exactly how much you're spending every month, so that you can predict that for your business. Like this, you know exactly what you're facing, how much you need to survive every month. If you do need another job to complement it, or if you do need a fund to support you as you start out your solopreneurship journey. And also, when you do look at your finances of your company, you can have this volatility fund that supports you to really come into a position of having stability when you might be facing a downtime in your business, so that you don't get into that panic mode around money, but that you have a clarity of, okay, this is my finances for my business, this is my personal needs, and what does it look like when I have months where I need to substitute some things, okay? The journey is amazing, and I'm encouraging so many people to do this. If this is either doing it on the side of your job, because I know not everyone can leave their fixed corporate jobs or their 9-to-5s because they have family and other obligations in their life, mortgages, things to pay off. But it's also really lovely to have a little part to explore this part of your solopreneurship journey. And if you are doing that, I hope this video supported you in finding out how to do this in the best way. And if you want to know more, as I mentioned before, I have this checklist that I've created especially for solopreneurs. So it's a solopreneur checklist to financial peace of mind, so that you know that you have everything in the right place for you to start your solopreneurship journey and to look at the inner and outer parts of this. You can download it for free on the link below. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe so you can see more of what I'm putting out there.